Okay, hello, Ellen and Abigail. Why do you think people will enjoy your film American Baby?
Oh my God. Well, I think it's a human story with some fantastic performances. Um, about something important that I think a lot of people want to talk about, but perhaps don't are a little too scared to discuss without passionate emotions. And this movie allows you to discuss it through a really, personal tale. Plus, it's shot in Texas, where, and in Austin specifically.
Yeah, it's very cathartic. I know like doing it, playing Ollie, I released a lot of emotions I didn't even know I had. And I think that people will feel the same thing when watching it. I think you articulated that very well. So
You did.
Well,
So much.
talk more about your character. What do you like about your character?
I love that Ollie, um, I think that she was very strong-willed. Even if she didn't really know what she needed or wanted, she was strong in her decisions. And she didn't start out like that. She started kind of a more shy, timid, not very timid. She was more innocent than her later character. And I think that I was kind of drawn to playing someone who was so polar opposite of themselves. So I really enjoyed being both of them always.
Oh, okay, that's kind of neat. And Ellen, I see there was a co-writer on the film. Who was responsible for what here?
So the story of the movie is that I had made a short film in Russia, about a pregnant teenager in 2019, 2020, before Roe was overturned, which is what inspired this feature here. But the original Russian screenwriter that was Tanya, that was the person who I eventually co-wrote this with, but she had, a personal young pregnancy experience. We had, subject matter experience, thinking and discussing all of this together. Tanya, however, has never even been to the US. So there was a pretty quick division between, like, perhaps she does a little more structure and I do a little more character and world. That was the co-working process. And just like in terms of pragmatism, usually we would each write like 7 pages, send it back to each other, and then, like, edit, add, and then somehow it all came together at the end, and then ultimately I took over just adapting everything to feel cohesive.
Very cool, very cool. So I've never been to Texas. Tell me a little about Texas. What's it like there?
Wait, where are you calling from?
I'm in Ottawa, Ontario,
Oh,
Canada.
nice.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
What is it? It's super hot. Do you want to tell them how?
Crazy hot, especially if you're wearing a prosthetic baby bump. I sweat through multiple layers of clothing, crazy, crazy hot. Really, really beautiful though. I like it was so scenic. I just would look around all the time and be like, wow, this is crazy. I love it here
But
most of
if
the
we could
time.
go back to the hot, it was average 110 degrees Fahrenheit, which is
Oof.
40 Celsius average
Yeesh.
during our shoot days, August, September. And that is really the dominant like
Yeah.
memory. It was constantly hot.
Sweat. Sticky, sticky.
Like water and what's it called?
Gatorade.
Yeah, Gatorade.
And these are long days, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had long days. There were so many of them were outside, so. And even the inside ones were terrible. Do you remember the garage?
Oh, we had days where the inside was hotter than the outside.
If you can believe
I
Wow.
that.
remember handheld fan in hand like
Yeah.
24/7. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That sounds like kind of fun, though.
It definitely felt like summer camp. It was like the element
Yeah.
of summer camp that just made it even that much more memorable, you know? I feel like every movie kind of feels like a hazy dream after you're done with it because you eat, breathe, and dream the production, and then you're done and you're like, wow. And I like sweat everything out and this was real, I think.
Sweat all my memories out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I want both of you to tell me what's your favorite scene in the movie.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go.
I need
That's
to
a
think.
really hard question. Do people answer this?
Oh yeah,
Can I
it's
please?
more just the first thing that pops into your mind. Just go with it though.
In terms of I think a huge challenge in terms of performance, which Abby killed, and I will watch with such awe every time. It's the big scene with her mom. You've seen the movie, I'm assuming.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's yeah, it's the sad scene.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
agree. That's what I thought of immediately. That or the final scene of the movie, just because it was really sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that scene is probably my favorite. I
Okay.
felt so.
Oh, cool. Okay, since you mentioned the last scene, I'm gonna jump forward to this question. What kind of feelings or questions do you want the audience to have when the credits roll?
I mean, perhaps they hope in like a good future for these characters. That's I think, in many ways, so me and the producers of this film, Lucas and Annika, we met doing an MFA program at USC where the person who like chose all of us, it was Larry Terman, the producer of The Graduate,
Oh,
and he died right before we started shooting the movie. So in many ways, I personally think of the end as an homage to The Graduate and like Larry, who brought us all together and made this movie happen in a lot of ways. So perhaps something like a little melancholy but hopeful, similar to The Graduate.
Yeah.
okay, cool. And what's your favorite movie of all time?
Oh my God. I have a list of 100 for people who ask this question. I'm like, here's my note.
For this interview, what's it gonna be?
I think I have to say my favorite movie is Coraline, which is kind of
Okay.
unexpected, but when I was a kid, I really liked it. And I think that stop motion is like a really cool thing, and I'm glad that it is an art that people have
Yeah,
kept up, even though we have other forms of animation. But yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. Very nostalgic.
that's a really great one.
Thanks.
Jumping off of that, someone who has done stop motion before, but not his stop motion movie, I'll choose Pan's Labyrinth. All time great.
Ooh, cool. Are you
Guillermo.
gonna see Frankenstein?
Already seen it.
Already seen it.
Yeah, I like
Wow. You liked it?
yeah, yeah. Pan's
Okay.
Labyrinth is still number one on my Guillermo list. But Frankenstein was great.
Okay, okay. And what can you say about working with one another?
I mean, Abby's amazing. She is such a natural. She's also extremely thoughtful and mature beyond her years. Yeah, it was a dream to work with Abby.
Thanks. It was really, I loved working with you because, I don't know, Ellen just has like a crazy, insane mind, like in a great way. A very, very intricate mind. And working with you, it felt like I kind of felt like a student, and I felt the way that you directed was so you knew how to put what you wanted into words, and it was so easy to just like understand what you meant and go from there. So yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Beautiful. It's a really great movie. I enjoyed it. I know someone who not like exactly recently, but did go through like this. Well, actually, I had an abortion. And so I know how like layered and complicated this topic is. But
Yeah.
what is it like your uh I don't know. Is it open ended, or do you think that there is like more firm messaging for this film? What would you say at the end on this topic?
Do you want what I would like to say on the topic of the abortion debate?
Hmm.
I think we should all talk to each other and actually listen to what each person believes, is my like
Mm,
big message. I don't think coming in trying to change people's minds is a very ambitious goal, but understanding why
mm.
someone may believe differently to you, I think is something all of us should do more of.
Definitely, it is like a dramatization. So it's like you don't necessarily want to have like a firm message, but yes, beautiful, good
Yes.
stuff. All right, well, thank you very much for your time and have a nice day.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank
Nice to
you.
meet you.
Likewise.